Just like every other asset class, even the crypto market is tanking, but the enthusiasm is at an all-time high because A16Z, a sexy VC firm from Silicon Valley, came out with a sexy report where they spoke about the current and the future state of crypto. And that's the topic for this video, guys. Today I've got Saumya Saxena, a resident of the Web3 land, a member of the super team DAO, and together we'll be analyzing the report. Watch this till the end, guys, because today we'll be discussing the real things happening in Web3, not just the past performance of all the crypto tokens. Let's go. A16Z wrote a blog where they mentioned the 5 key takeaways. First is we are in the middle of the 4th prize innovation cycle.
I'll tell you what it means, right? Matlab, in general, when you are evaluating stocks, and you do evaluate stocks, right? You look at price as a lagging indicator of value. मतलब कि तुम पहले देखते हो कि अच्छा इस बार कंपनी ने ये परफॉर्मेंस करी है तो प्राइस ऊपर नीचे होगा बेस्ड ऑन दैट परफॉर्मेंस जब अर्निंग्स रिपोर्ट आएगी, राइट? बट crypto doesn't work like that, right? Everything is on chain, everything is live 24/7. So anything that is happening, it's out there for the world to see, which means that prices are directly correlated and lead to an increasing interest. So like they say, right, कि price अगर ऊपर जा रहा है तो और लोग interested हो रहे हैं कि भाई price ऊपर जा रहा है इसमें पैसे लगाते हैं, suddenly generate हो रहा है कि ये coin क्या कर रहा है, what does they do, etc. And उसके बाद क्या होगा कि once an interest generates, then new people start coming in, new talent gets attracted to this very like new area कि अच्छा हम यहाँ क्या बना सकते हैं, which then leads to people building, startups building, new projects coming up, and drives innovation throughout.
And I also feel that this is something which happens with every company which is at a growth stage, because right now agar if I'm analyzing an Asian Paints, I have 20 years 40 years ka historical data which I can analyze and then I decide whether it's valuable or not. But for any new company or any new technology, its real potential will only be exciting to the people when they see actual returns ki ha isme returns aa rahe. That's the first reason why so many people also start investing in stocks. They hear that their friend made some money in the IPO and they're like ki chalo ab hum bhi ghuste hain.
Correct. मतलब same. I think philosophy same है on how people think and get involved. But यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है कि it also leads to people building because of interest, right?
And I think that's where the real wealth can be created in crypto. No, it's not just as an investor, because there you are playing a very passive role. But if you're building stuff and if you're building a scalable business, that's when the real alpha of entering a new industry so early will give you the returns.
Correct, dude. I think exactly why we've sort of started building in crypto is because the smartest people in this space that I know are building, and it stopped making sense to be just investing with your money when you could also invest your time and start building.
Here, what's this chart?
So it is. So what this says is कि the result of this innovation cycle is consistent long-term growth. So even though there are like short ups and downs throughout, but if you look at the long term over like say a 10-year period, this has grown. Everything here has grown, right? You look at the global market cap of crypto, it has grown. And if you look at कि कहाँ पे growth हुई है ना, you will see that cycle. You will see कि जहाँ पे like peaks हैं within the crypto market, developer activity उसके बाद है. So price बढ़ रहा है, फिर डेवलपर एक्टिविटी बढ़ रही है, फिर स्टार्टअप एक्टिविटी बढ़ रही है, एंड जब ये सब बढ़ रहा है तो सडनली सोशल मीडिया एक्टिविटी बढ़ रही है. सो दैट्स हाउ द होल साइकिल वर्क्स.
So here, A16Z has also quoted Benjamin Graham. It's best to pay no mind to Mr. Market, who frequently boomerangs from exuberance and euphoria to despair and depression. Yeah, this is one thing, right? As I have been an active part of every investment asset class, I've realized that the market is never like, आज मैं normal feel कर रहा है. That's never the case. Either we are like, this is the best thing that has ever happened in the last 20 years, or it's like, it's over. Crypto will go down. So मैंने अभी एक recent tweet पढ़ा that if Bitcoin goes down by $1,500 every day, then Bitcoin will touch zero in the next 15 days. Yeah. Next is, and this is something which I agree, Web3 is much better for creators than Web2. I have been creating content for Instagram since a very long time on my Instagram channel. The platform has not even paid me a single rupee, and I am adding I'm one of the reasons why more and more users are sticking to the platform, and then they are being shown ads, but still I'm not getting any part of their entire revenue.
Yeah, dude, I think this is something that people have talked about a lot. कि यार ढंग से पे नहीं कर रहे हैं, and but their argument is कि we are giving you distribution, make whatever with it, right? And which was a fair argument until better ways of incentivization come, right? जैसे जो Web3 में हो रहा है, for example.
Exactly.
Like OpenSea is killing it, यार. I don't think यहाँ पे stats हैं, but the main report talks about कि कैसे the average income per creator on YouTube, Instagram, all of that, compared with the average income of every creator on OpenSea.
While in absolute terms, Spotify and YouTube paid out more to creators, around 7 billion and 15 billion. The per capita disparity is striking. According to our analysis, Web3 paid out 174,000 USD per creator, while Meta paid out $0.1 per user. Spotify paid out $636 per artist, and YouTube paid out 2.47 per channel. Here, the problem is Spotify हो गया और YouTube हो गया. It's a very Pareto principle चलता है. Like 10% of the creators make up for like 99% of the revenues. That happens in every platform. But this number, if this is the mean, right? This is the mean or the median?
No, this is the average, right?
Average, ठीक है. So this is Web3 being able to solve for this? कि सिर्फ Drake 10 million बना रहा है, but a random rapper who is getting 10 million views is not making a lot of money. Is Web3 able to solve for this?
Correct. So the way Web3 1 does solve for it, and the way to solve for it is कि it's not anymore about like your position as an artist, because mostly सब है ना pseudo-anonymously operate.
Yeah.
So it's about कि the value you deliver, the number of people appreciating your value and contributing for it, right? Every sale sort of gives it back to you. मतलब ऐसा नहीं secondary market से तुझे फायदा नहीं हो रहा है. Like once you create for Sony, you've created for Sony, right? You were paid, and उसके बाद वो 100 चीजें करे उसको, right? Sony gets paid, but here it doesn't work like that, right? Here you will get paid on every sale throughout.
Yeah, it's a very far-fetched scenario, but when do you think a blockchain can afford to be a phone's OS? Because जब तक Android Apple रहेगा तब तक App Store उनके ही होंगे. Can we ever reach that point? That's like that's when creators make money. That's when builders make money.
मतलब chains तो बहुत fast हो गई है. Like Solana for example is super fast, and now with layer 2 solutions coming up, the speed increases. Once you solve for speed, अगर transaction एकदम quickly होने लग जाए कि जो चीज़ बोली फौरन हो रही, then हाँ वही हो गया, exactly correct. So once that starts happening and the UI improves, तब I think this is possible. Again, I think A16Z does it, dude. Like they talk about how it's like 2031 is the year when we should be able to hit something like that.
The next is crypto. Crypto is having a real world impact. They are talking about financial inclusion via decentralized finance. So here, according to this stat, DeFi represents the 31st largest US bank by total AUM.
If you've gone to a bank and you have tried to send money abroad, you will know क्या pain है. So, or even if you've received money from abroad, तब भी तुमको पता होगा कि कितना painful process है.
Yeah.
If you try to withdraw 10 lakhs, say, करो एक बार try करो withdraw 10 लाख करना, तुमको समझ आएगा कि नहीं भाई बहुत difficult कर पाना, क्योंकि तुम्हारा पैसा है तुम्हारे बैंक में फिर भी नहीं हो रहा, right? So DeFi sort of solves for that कि अब full autonomy है तुम्हारे ऊपर तुम्हारे पैसे की, right? So because of which a lot of money has moved into DeFi, making it like, if you consider the broader DeFi ecosystem, 31st largest bank से तुम compare कर सकते हो, right? But in terms of real world impact, I think वो थोड़ा tricky part है. The real world impact is in terms of how transactions are working out. कि suddenly like I can send money to the US very quickly to Hong Kong, wherever, right? But financial inclusion piece, I don't think is to be looked कि यार DeFi would be able to solve for it कि अगर मोबाइल फोन और इंटरनेट है तो सिर्फ उससे सॉल्व नहीं होगा ना यार, उससे सॉल्व होना होता तो बैंक ने भी नेट बैंकिंग से कर लिया होता. It's a lot more like specific and nuanced कि you have
It's like, I think if you don't trust the ecosystem, then you will never ever put your hard-earned money in the hands of these apps. I can say this for a fact that my father will never, as of now, will never use DeFi to do any transaction. And my father has access to all the information and all the financial services of the world. Now think about a person who is living in a tier 3, not even a tier 3, the most rural part of India. No bank has been able to reach. जियो के वजह से हाथ में फोन आ चुका है, बट इंफॉर्मेशन ही नहीं है. ट्रस्ट कैसे करेंगे? हाउ विल दे एवर ट्रस्ट अ DeFi ऐप फॉर दैट? So that's a challenge. I think DeFi as of now, जो लोगों को समझ आता है वही यूज कर रहे हैं. Yeah, Ethereum is the clear leader but faces competition. I feel all the social media platforms which ended up, ruling our lives, they were able to do so because of network effects. मेरे दोस्त Facebook join किए, मैं भी Facebook join किया, right? And Ethereum has that working for them. I think उनका network effect चल रहा है because they were the earliest probably in this space.
मतलब इतना transaction fees कौन पे करेगा यार? Because
Yeah.
इतना competition है, flow network है, उसके बाद भी लोग इस पे बना रहे हैं because like you won't get as much distribution. अगर तो किसी और चेन पे चले जाएगा लोग ही नहीं होंगे उतने.
But why did Ethereum get? Is the language easier? By the way, I'm a noob. मुझे कोई idea नहीं है.
Yeah, so Ethereum works on Solidity now, and the language is very similar to JavaScript. So if you understand JavaScript, you can easily pivot. Solana works on Rust, so which is slightly more native. So
Yeah. I have seen a lot of memes. I just understand कि हाँ, this looks complicated. I have absolutely no idea how to code. I've never even tried. But yeah, I know कि Rust is more complicated than Solidity, and that's why so many platforms and so many companies are coming out to make that transition. You know Solidity? Learn Rust in 30 days. Learn Rust in 60 days. ये modules लो. तो हर एक छोटे-छोटे problem का solution बन रहा है.
there is also like there are now chains that convert contracts also. और तूने Solidity में contract लिखा है Ethereum के लिए. अब
Oh wow! And this is something which has not happened. So I know when I was working in a startup and when we were creating our Android app बनाने के बाद हमें iOS का अलग से बनाना पड़ा. But if someone is offering a solution where they say that I can directly convert the smart contract 10 years later when the world has moved to a multi-chain experience, I just have to nail one ecosystem. बाकी जगह तो वो conversion हो जाएगा.
Correct. Lots of no-code tools are also coming up यार. मतलब if you don't know how to code very well, like तुझे नहीं आता ढंग से code करना, कोई बात नहीं.
Yeah.
Drag and drop से बना tap. So those things are also picking up.
I started learning about crypto in late 2020 and I thought I was late, but then I realized that I'm just exposed to the people who were early. That's it. I'm not at all late. Not at all late. What's your Web3 journey?
So I come from a traditional like financial consulting, investment banking kind of background. और फिर I was exploring use cases of blockchain for my firm. I was leading strategy for an NBFC और मुझे लगा कि यार समझते हैं कि हो क्या रहा है because everyone was talking about it and उससे पहले मुझे लगता था scam है. Like until I had not read it, तुम क्या देख रहे हो? तुम न्यूज़ पे देख रहे हो, लोगों की बातें आसपास सुन रहे हो और तुम्हें लग रहा है scam, right? But when you start reading it, you understand the technology behind it. And plus I'm also an engineer, तो मज़ा भी आ रहा था tech समझने में. और समझ के लगा कि यार ये तो I got sold on the vision. I got sucked into the ecosystem. And then Utkarsh was building a few products. So I started building an NFT portfolio management system with him. I started helping on product तो थोड़ा सा help कर देता हूँ type. And then one thing led to another, and then I was part of a community of builders where we were constantly hacking and building. और इतना मजा आ रहा था ना build करने में because I had been working for a decade. और उससे बहुत टाइम से बिल्ड नहीं किया, राइट? यू हैव पीपल वर्किंग अंडर यू हु आर बहुत ऐसे वो ऐसा हो जाता है ना कि तुम खुद कितना ही काम करते हो, तुम बताते हो. तो दिस टाइम बिकॉज यू हैव टू गेट ऑन द ग्राउंड इन अ वे एंड वर्क, तो बहुत मजा आया. And then I got into Super Team to one of the projects and so on. तो पूरा अब तो बहुत ज़्यादा मज़े आ रहे हैं.
So a lot of people think कि if you want to enter Web3, you need to develop new skill sets. But ऐसा नहीं है, right? Extension होता है, right? You can extend, you can use like what you are doing. You basically did that. You did your engineering. You have that background. That's why you're just using it now for a different cause, for different organizations at a different stage.
Yeah, I don't think कि you need to be a dev to be in crypto. ना मतलब वो I think heavy misconception है for you.
Yeah.
Because मतलब definitely if you are a dev it helps. But अगर
Of course.
डेवलपर नहीं है तो तेरे लिए बहुत जगह है क्योंकि businesses बन रहे हैं, products बन रहे हैं, उनको कौन संभालेगा? Like, किसी को तो product thinking करनी है, किसी को तो someone has to type together, किसी को marketing growth करनी है, community lead करनी है, all of that. So there is, I think, unless you are in HR, अगर HR हो तो थोड़ा fight है. But
Do you look at crypto as early stage tech companies?
I think of them as early stage tech plus community kind of companies. थोड़ा सा difference है because it's so community driven, right? The approach of building, the like whole DAO approach of and operating. But definitely early stage tech companies, very early stage. So if you read here, the number of people that we have overall in crypto is I think it's a good 7 million to 50 million ke around estimates.
Yeah, this is what I want to understand. How does Web3 solve for this?
Yeah, if you go to the next slide, they talk about कि कैसे they are giving ownership. So,
Got it.
which is basically कि यार पहले तू अगर use कर रहा था cab company कोई और तू जा रहा था अभी now you are incentivized to take that cab company because you get paid, you are incentivized, you own a piece of that business. So it's like every person who's riding a particular cab also has shares of that particular cab company. So,
Yes.
तुम्हारा use
Also,
incentivized है.
exactly. That's all for today's video, guys. I hope you found this valuable. Thank you, Saxena Saab, for doing this. बहुत मजा आया. I learned a lot of things. बहुत अच्छा discussion था. Guys, you should definitely follow Saumya on Twitter. The link is in the description. And if you want to find new ways to, make money in crypto, contribute to the ecosystem, then you should definitely check out Super Team. I'm linking it. Super Team is now coming up with their internship program, talent program है, jobs है. You can be a member. You can lurk around. आपको जो करना है करो. अगर आप उस Discord server में और उस community में active रहोगे, you will figure out a way or two. Also, if you are new here, consider subscribing. Bye bye.